Natal.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
It's going to be nice and
At
warm.
least
About
I don't mind the
23.
cold actually.
So you don't mind the
But
cold?
no, I feel like I've got more energy in the cold, so it gives me a little bit more energy to train at night. But I won't mind.
Yeah, I think it's going to be fun. The weather's looking amazing for Saturday. So around about that 21, 22 degree mark.
Yeah.
Not too hot, not too cold. It's going to be fun. But let me at least give you a welcome, Jean-Arthur Pretorius. Welcome to this episode. It's so great to have you on. Sorry for the late start. Copy and paste seems to be fighting with me. You think airdrop from MacBook would be like just normal, but no. Anyway, thanks, Apple.
That's okay. We're going now. Rather
Yep,
late than never.
that's it exactly. So we are basically up and running with just like the last week ahead of SA Strongest Man. I think when we chatted the first time on the podcast, it was really about your powerlifting and a little bit of strongman. But chatting now about the strongman stuff, tell us a little bit about how you got into strongman and what is it that makes the sport so special?
Well, mostly when I was younger, I enjoyed the strongman a lot, watching it on TV in the early 2000s, the Pujanowski era. And then I was like, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into that. But back then, you only had under 105 and over
Mm.
105. And I was weighing like maybe 77. So it wasn't the most ideal. So then I found powerlifting and enjoyed building there and competing there and also testing myself there. And then around 2019, I started training a little bit with Fricky and Keelan and them, and just seeing what it's like, and then decided to get into it and try it out. And yeah, uh, didn't look back since. So now I've been competing for since 2019. Still getting stronger and trying to improve every comp I do. So now I enjoy it.
I'm really, for me, I love watching you deadlift and those fights at the powerlifting comps, which is awesome. And there's going to be that now at Strongman. So we're really looking forward to it. What is it about the Strongman type and format of competition that makes it so exciting, that makes it so enjoyable for the competitors as well as the spectators?
I feel it's a much more like let's say a challenging in a way because because of the point system, anyone can win. You don't have to have the biggest deadlift
Hmm.
or the biggest squat and build a massive total. You just have to make sure you're consistent in everything and strong in everything to make sure you place well enough to try and get to the top spot. So some people are amazing movers and strongest, and some people are very strong statically
Hmm.
and then have more lag in the moving events. So I think the sweet spot is trying to find a balance in everything because you can win three events and then have one bad event and then you end in second or third place just because someone was more consistent than you. So it's a competition right through. It's not okay. I can uh, bank on my deadlift to get me through making up some a total. So you need to make sure everything is at a good level.
Is that a bit of, I suppose it's a bit of a silly question, but maybe there is some sort of seriousness to it. Is that a better motivator for getting you to the gym when versus powerlifting? Think, well, I had a big squat this week, I had a big dead, I can rest a bit, but with strongman, you've really got to be pushing hard on everything.
Yeah, I feel just like overall athletic ability, strongman pushes you a little bit more because statically strong, you can do 3 hour
Mhm.
sessions, just squat, just bench, just deadlift. Take your time through it. Where if you want to get your conditioning right and your moving right, you need to get fitness up. You need to push your conditioning like at least once a week to try when you get to that comp, be able to do 5 events in
Mm.
one day be still good come the last event and not just burn out.
and that's not burn out and blow all of that hard work. A couple of comments here for you. So from Jacques Diago, Jean, you are the sweet spot. Well, there we go. Followed by excited to see you throw down on Saturday, bud. So awesome. Any comment
You
from
must get him on the
you?
podcast. No, you must get him on the podcast as well because he's been killing it on an international level at the moment. He's won the Ultimate Strongman Champs deadlift title. He was second in the under 105s
Sure.
champs like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So he's been on fire. So now he's someone to look out for this weekend as well.
Excellent. So we will definitely be applying some gentle bullying to get him onto the podcast. With these, how is the camaraderie and the sort of the support amongst the competitors within strongman versus within powerlifting? We know powerlifters always talk about how wonderful the community is and the support from the other the other competitors within strongman. We've had Samuel on. Yes, I think it was yesterday, chatting about the community. What's the community in strongman like for you? Sorry, it's a very
Yeah,
long-winded question.
for me, like, it's been on both sides.
Mm,
I enjoy the camaraderie in strongman actually a little bit more because I feel everyone's very chilled and very like there's more like you say, it's like a community. Everyone's like friends and everyone helps each other. It doesn't matter what division you're under. If you're competing against each other, we all chat, try and help each other.
mhm,
Because like at the moment, especially because the sport's growing, Reino is doing well, Jog's doing well. We have Vessel that also did well now in under 90. So because we're growing, and the better we do as a community, the better
mm.
we look outside. More people come to watch us. The sport keeps on growing. So yeah, we keep on helping each other, keep on trying to improve, get better on an international level. So now I enjoy the camaraderie a lot, and you feel relaxed at a strongman comp. Everyone chats to you as if they've known you for years. Not like this is the new guy just
Yeah.
coming in. Everyone is so I know I feel relaxed, and I felt the difference when I went to Worlds a few years ago for strongman. When you don't have those people around you, you feel more tense, and
Mhm.
because everyone can chat to each other and keep you calm and just get you in a better mind space, you know.
Absolutely. And I think with regards to the different types of events within strongman, you can train for powerlifting at a commercial gym. You got your rack, maybe you have a rack at home, it's a little bit easier. But there's a lot more specialized equipment and specialized skill sets within the sport. Do you think that contributes to the community where it's really everyone can bring something special to the group?
No, exactly that. So, like the last time we chatted, I said we do hectic sessions on a Saturday and put like
Yep.
5 hours, 6 hour sessions in event training sessions. And
And
especially
that
for
excludes
strongman,
eating, by the way.
yes, yes. And then you have like maybe 5 people that have the necessary equipment to train all the
Mhm,
events adequately. So we get together and we put in sessions to try and make sure everyone gets everything in, and then we push each other. See, even if you compete against, like even now, you compete against some people this weekend, but we still put sessions in together
mhm.
um, just to push each other and use the same equipment.
Are you finding if maybe you mess up in an event and one of your fellow competitors is coming up to you afterwards? So I told you not to do that in training. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Or someone is like, yeah, they know how the event works, and they're like, yeah, just think speed.
Okay.
Jog, for example.
Yeah, okay, phenomenal. What like South Africa is really shining at the moment, and from rugby through to golf now, we've got a 20-year-old who has won on the PGA, absolutely incredible. We've got the world's strongest man. We've got these incredible strength athletes, powerlifters breaking 1,200 kilo totals. What do you think it is? And I think we did touch on this last time as well. Is that makes South Africans so drawn to strength sports and so good at it?
I think yes, in general, I think our like our mannerism and the way we grew up is very we're good, well
Mm,
structured for that. We since we're young with this the rugby and it's about getting stronger or beating the other person. We've got a lot of pride and a lot of we like to challenge each other and try and get better. So I think it's as a nation we always strive to be the best. That's why our pride and support for someone that wins, even though you don't know the sport, you'll always be supporting. And uh, if there's like Reno winning, then people will be at the airport. If the cricket
mm.
team wins, doesn't matter if we follow it, we're there and we all support because we love the nation doing well and we love seeing us succeed.
It's such a great answer, absolutely, and I think it's a love for the nation where when we have a South African, whether it's an individual or a team doing well, it's like for all of us, and
Yeah.
it's something very special. I think we're quite possessive over our athletes and over our achievers, and we're quite protective over them as well. With the growth in strongman within South Africa, the evolution over the last couple of years, what are some of the biggest changes that you've seen, and what would you like to see for the future?
Well, especially now, this year, I feel everything is we're well structured and everything is moving smoothly. We know what the schedule is, how the events are gonna run. So I feel you have a better idea how to prep and what to look out for. And a long ahead of time, quite a while ahead of time, we knew what was going on. So you can start prepping and training and just
Hmm.
working everything out. So things are not up in the air. And I like that. Like, it's always trying to get different areas involved. Like, then you have a Western Cape comp, then you have a Durban comp, then it's a Joburg comp. We travel, and there's people competing from everywhere. So it's a like it's a whole the whole nation is involved. It's not just we go
So,
to coach or to
yeah,
win.
we
We
got to potch.
represent them.
Potch or Forkville. So we
Yes,
still
yes,
we still love Potch and Forkville, but
yes, yes.
I understand that, and I think just on that point, with good organization of competitions and different competitions and a good organization of the schedule, how helpful is that for athletes? Because most of you guys, are working. You run a regular job. You're running a regular life. It's not like, wake up at 10, go and lift some weights, go have something to eat, go have a nap, this kind of stuff. Where how helpful is the improvement in the organization and the multiple comps to athletes' performance?
No, it makes a massive difference. And even like you say, the multiple comps is another aspect where this year we've had Gauteng strongest, East Rand strongest, Limpopo strongest, KZN strongest, Western Cape strongest. So there's been a lot of comps building two essays. It's not just you have one comp a year and then it's a break, and you can build and improve and get stronger and see where you are and what you need to work on, because
Mm-hmm.
sometimes in the gym you feel okay, this is going well, but as soon as you step on the platform, everything just falls apart or you lose your technique, especially with something like, let's say, like log, where
Mm.
when you're not stressed, it's okay. But when you're out there, then you feel like you get dizzy or you lose balance. So it's good to have more competitions. It helps you prep better and get yourself ready for bigger comps. So for us to get to that level where we compete at like OSG and Worlds
Mm.
more often and more people competing there, the more comps we have at a higher standard, the better chances is for us to get there.
And to push. I love what you said, and it sort of reminded me of what Rodney Anthony used to say to me when I started lifting many 800-900 years ago, and it was a while. He said that it's like time on the platform. You need it, and where you have young athletes coming in. And saying, well, or anyone really, I'll compete when I can win. That type of mindset really negatively affects your development as an athlete. There's not You can train as much as you want in the gym, but there's nothing like that experience on the platform on competition day where all of these different things can happen. And
You know,
have you
I love that saying. And Rodney used to say that to me as well. And I believe that. I feel you learn what you in 10 weeks of training, learn in one comp,
Yeah.
just by actually being there and having to work under that pressure.
Absolutely. So, talking about comps and pressure, anything that you'd like to share about Saturday to talk expectations? What are you looking to do? What are you hoping to do? And, anything you can share with us without getting into trouble.
No, I think it's going to be a great comp to watch. Not just the opens with the under 90s as well. I think the level of competition is great. We have guys that's very good pressers, very good movers, um, good pullers. So we'll see. I think, like you said, with the deadlift, we have three guys I think that can pull 300 plus.
Mm,
It's going to be a very tight competition. Like there's no event I can sit here and say, like I'm sure I'm going to win that event. I think it can go either way on the day, especially something like the truck pull. That's something that you never know until you get there.
yep.
So I'm actually looking. I like a tight competition. Like I said,
Mm,
three of us have been competing in a few international comps. The competition is tight. Everyone's been pushing hard, and then there's guys that I've not even competed against. That's making a comeback. People that's competing from Zambia, maybe. I think our division is stacked, so I think there's not one event that's going to be an easy win. I think everything's going to be close. Going to be seconds between people. Going to be small margins, and I love that about a competition. If you can get that tightness between
mm.
events and go to the last event, that's when you get better. That's when you push yourself to your limit.
And that's really when you can give your best performance, right? And the best results.
Exactly that.
I think it's who's going to be working harder, the announcer or the athletes at at the competition.
Yes, I think even Dean has got a hectic challenge of
Sure.
managing everything,
Yep.
and the refs have it hard because everyone wants to fight afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure that wasn't a little bit too slow, or that's not right. So now I think everyone has it much harder than the athlete. We just
Yeah.
rock up and do the work.
And,
So
and and have
they have
fun.
to make sure everything runs smoothly.
Yeah, 100%. I think, sure, Dean's been stressing, we've been chatting to him, and he's really, this competition's going to be incredible. I mean, he's so fanatical. I think I've done 2 or 3 site visits with him, and putting water onto the parking area where the truck pulls are going to be to see and ensure that it's level and that it's perfect and there's no bumps that could interfere. Like that level of watching everything is really going to be an incredible. It's going to be an incredible event.
No, I also think so. I think it's going to be a very good run event. Always this, it's a competition. Stuff always goes a little bit wrong sometimes, and you
Yeah.
just have to go with it. But I think the way he set up everything, I like the events. I like how it's set out with the schedule, and how it's going to run and how we're ending with the bags.
Mm.
I think it's going to be quite an interesting event. And I
It,
like the fact that we also have is just the pro-ams going at the nationals. Normally we have the novice guys as well, and it brings the people into the sport. But I
mm.
like when it's like a national comp and you have just the pro-am one level. Everyone, it's a quick run comp. You just see the best of the best, and I feel that's what it's about.
Absolutely, and it's going to be an incredible day. I know that I think there's going to be food trucks, there's going to be coffee, there's going to be a great vibe and atmosphere, and I think really people in Durban, if they're there, really do need to come out. I know the Durban July's on at the same time, but I do think Strongman and Durban July might be slightly different markets, slightly different fan base. But it's
Well,
something
I
that
bet on a better horse on that side. So
there we go. Yeah, exactly. I wonder, I think some of you guys could outpull the horse. You know, I was thinking about saying, it's amazing. I think it's the first time I'm ever going to see a truck pull with the trailer attached. So that's really good. But I'm kidding. I don't want to give you guys heart attacks. You you arrive there, there's a 40-ton trailer, like mounted on the thing. But no, trucks
hey,
are
some of
going.
those big guys will move it still.
Yeah, this is also true. This is also true. Going forward for the sport, what would your dream scenario be? What would you love to see over the next couple of years for strongman in South Africa?
Oh, well, I feel we're moving in the right direction. And the more high level competitors come in, like they see Reino on TV, they see Joe competing well, see like Vessel, whoever competing well overseas, and it pulls people under 90, pulls people in the open class, pulls people in the 105 class. Get more spectators like you also with the live stream, get more people knowing about the sport, seeing the sport. And then the more competitors we have at a challenging level or at a
Mhm.
world level, the better the level will get. Yeah, like even at this comp, the weights are already more closer to a world level weights, and I know at least three of the athletes competing against me is at that level. With quite a few of the events, so you have to push, and if you can beat them, you can be on a good level at Worlds. It's not
Mhm.
like, okay, if I win essays, yeah, hopefully I can break top 20 at Worlds. If you win here, you can try and get top 10, get top three, try and win.
Yes.
And that's the level we need to strive to. That if you we know like where they say where America is or where like UK is with strongman, if you there top level, if you place top three, you can place top three on a world level
Yes.
because that's just the caliber of guys competing.
Sure. That's absolutely phenomenal. Do you think we're going to have more athletes in the future representing well at world level?
I, I believe so. I feel there's people coming through already. People, youngsters that's maybe not even joined yet, that I've seen starting to lift. That looks very promising. That I think if
Hmm.
they just keep on going, they can be world level guys. That's now in the open class. Not just Yaku and Reino, that I feel is also getting better every comp and could possibly be there in the next year or two. So it's great. It's great seeing the improvement. Like Jock as well. I think end of the year, if he's going to Worlds, he's a top three competitor.
Yes.
So it's very good to see, and it's very great to see everyone improving and the level improving. Where it started when I was in 2019 to where it is now, where you have at least 3 to 5 people in each division that is very good, and not just one or two guys that just shines out and the rest is just there.
100%. Like back in the day with me and Henk was getting gold, and I was like hanging around on the second second step. It's great when there's athletes now and it's full and things are pumping.
Yes, yeah, exactly. Like it was the same when I started, where you had two guys. It's either going to be first and second, and then the rest is there. But now it's like you don't know if you're going to be top three in an event.
Yeah.
If you're going to have to bring it.
Which is absolutely epic. So on that note, and I know like we're a couple of days out from the comp, I'm very grateful for the time to chat. We're not taking away from training time, are we, or recovering time?
No, no, I'm done training now. I'm just
Okay.
trying to lose the weight for weigh in so
Yeah,
I can start
that's
refeeding and get ready for the comp.
that's 100%. When is Wayne? I think is it on the Friday?
Yeah, Friday morning. So we have a 24-hour weigh in, so you
Mm,
can be much more aggressive than with powerlifting.
yes.
So big water drop, get on the scale, and then refeed, and hopefully you are 100% on the day.
Then just bring that energy. Absolutely. I think it's a great way. I think it's probably a little bit healthier for the athletes, provided they don't push it way too far, which I think is also something. The one thing with weigh-ins that drive me mad is when there's a 6 a.m. weigh-in and you're reffing, you're missing breakfast because lifting starting at 8, and there's always going to be the one guy who just doesn't pitch, you know,
Yeah,
and you're sitting there till
and
7:30. You're going, come on.
but yeah, with powerlifting, I prefer that 6 a.m. weigh in.
Yeah,
It's like get it done,
get it done.
then get
Yeah.
the day going. But if you get that 1 o'clock weigh in the
Oh
afternoon,
no.
it's a hectic day.
No, or a 4 p.m. or even later. No, it's rough.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
just that mind game where you're more worried about the food and the weight than you are about your than you are about lifting. Absolutely, but I suppose at least it's fair, right? Because it's across the board for everybody.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely. Anything? So my usual four questions, which I'm going to ask just about strongman. and then about the comp. But is there anything that you would like to talk about, share, anyone you'd like to give a shout out to?
No, I think the people you already got on the show, and I said
Mm.
like Jock is doing well. We've got in under 90 class, we've got a Vessel that's a brilliant mover doing well. We've got Eben that's pressing is brilliant.
Yes.
We've got real strong guys that's gonna like it's gonna be a very tight comp.
I'm
Jock under 105s. I
right.
think Fricky, I know Fricky, he's gonna be power. So I think there's going to be a very good comp. Open wise, you've got at least five guys that can take that title. It's going to be a very good comp to watch. I think it's not something you just sit around and wait for and something to happen. And it's like, okay, deadlift or squat or bench, and it takes a bit of time. Now
Yeah.
it's running and everything is exciting because anyone can win any event, and you've got your favorite, and you hope they win. So now it's going to be very interesting.
And it's on. It's absolutely epic. I think actually we're chatting with Eben tomorrow at 11. So that's going to be good. And then we've got a couple of tentative ones for tomorrow evening. And again, really appreciate the guys making the time this close to the comp. So it's going to be an
Yeah,
epic
no, it's
couple of
gonna.
days.
I'm glad you're talking to them as well. I think Eben's gonna be very very competitive, hard to beat. He's very good on comp day. Um, Very good mindset. Where I'm the opposite. I'm very good coming to getting to comp, and at comp I have to fight hard. But and then as well, like I said, Vessel is one of the best movers probably in the
Mm,
world at the moment.
sure.
So it's going to be a very close comp between us, and I don't even know the rest of the guys. There's from Zambia,
Mm.
Keegan. I've seen some of his lifting. He competed before my time, so it's going to be great to see how people lift and what we do. I'm looking forward to the challenge.
It's going to be phenomenal. We're looking forward to streaming it on our YouTube channel and getting some good views and some good comments coming through. We're actually going to bring another monitor down that we can have up as a display for the announcer to see the comments coming in if that's something that he wants to share with the athletes, because I think it's a lot of fun to see. So a little bit of fun with the questions. Not talking about powerlifting or strongman in essence, but strongman competition. What is it that you love about, and fun questions, what is it that you love about competing in strongman?
It's just the pushing yourself the whole time, and also like the camaraderie as well. Like everyone is there to support. Everyone's there if you mess up to give you a little bit of flack on the side. So it's no, it's a you always feel like people are there. So it's not like you feel you're alone or beat yourself up if something goes wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone helps each other. And so yeah, no, I enjoy the whole camaraderie of the sport.
Of this, absolutely, and I think that's something we really, really need as well, and particularly what we've been through the last few years. And I think as well with that camaraderie, it comes across in the competition. That's something that we're going to work very hard to make sure is seen on the stream as well, so that people can feel that they're part of it, and for those that are there as well. So, all right, second question, a fun one as well. What drives you mad about competing in strongman?
Oh, we'll see this comp, but in general, on a strongman comp, this comp now we don't have all the novices, but in general, it's the wait between events.
Yeah.
You have one event, and then you sit 2 hours before your next event. So that sometimes drives me crazy. But I think this comp it's gonna be completely different.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have 100 athletes going before your next event. So yeah, I think that's gonna be much smoother this time
Oh,
around. So hopefully nothing driving me mad.
nothing to drive you mad, nothing to build that anxiety and let those give those voices fuel, right? Because
Exactly.
you want to go. It's like trying to cage a racehorse, to use a Durban July analogy. I think absolutely crazy. 100%. Third question, a little bit more serious, perhaps. What has competing in strongman given you?
It's just the confidence, not just in competing, but in life as well. Like if you put your mind to anything, you can achieve that. Even in the start, when you think you're not good enough to do that, if you
Sure.
put your mind to it and you put in the effort, and then you get the results for it, you build that confidence. And just in life, anything I attempt, not just in strength. In work, in studies, in whatever, you feel like you can achieve it. There's nothing you can't achieve if you put your mind to it.
Oh, flippin'. Absolutely love that. That's an absolutely epic answer. And just before I go to the fourth question, you think strongman, I mean, I think I know the answer, but is strongman a sport that parents perhaps should be encouraging their kids to get involved with? Perhaps those kids that are not doing other sport, sitting on the couch, on the PlayStation, maybe with a little bit of social anxiety as well. Is strongman a good place for them to, get off the couch?
Yeah, for like social anxiety, I feel it's a very good place. Like I say, everyone gets along. No one
Mhm.
will not help you. If you phone any gym, like where Keelan gyms at Area 51 or where Jock and them train, if you phone anyone where at Harvey's gym, they will be like anyone will be open to for you to come and join, try the equipment, see if you enjoy it. They're willing to help. So there's always it's easy to get into, easy to get out, easy to feel like you're part of the group or the community. Um, on an event wise, I'd say it's probably better to first get a build like with powerlifting and get a
Mm.
base before you get into strongman. But for a community wise and just for you getting like into a community and getting off the couch and feel like you're part of something, it's brilliant.
Phenomenal. I think maybe for those kids and those parents that are in the Durban area and worried about their kids and sort of their outdoor activities and what they're doing. Because also, I think what's great about Strongman is it's outside, which is what we really are very fortunate with in South Africa. Bring the kids down. And I don't think it would be a problem if the guys are having a break between lifts that they'd sign an autograph or take a picture or say hi.
No, they would love it.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to meet real life superheroes. So, fourth question. Usually we say, who do we want on the podcast? Is there anyone in particular? Because we're going to be doing live interviews as well from the event. Is there anyone, short ones, that we should chat to at the event? Any of your competitors you think might be trying to dodge and dive podcast interview before the comp that we should approach? Do we keep it between ourselves and then I'll chat to you at the comp and you can go, that guy? Or do you want to mention a
No,
name now?
no. I think you're already talking to Eben tomorrow,
Yep.
and then Vessel. I think you'll also be willing to chat to you.
Fantastic.
And then Jock, you must definitely talk to Jock. And on the open class, you have Keelan, you've got Armand, Ben. It was also, Ben from
Yeah.
powerlifting. So also a lot of people you must get a chance to talk to or interview.
Excellent. We'll do that. We'll say Jean-Arthur said. And so I just wanted to say thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. You are such an incredible ambassador for powerlifting and for strongman and for strength sport in South Africa. You're a true gentleman here. And I don't want to embarrass you by saying too much, but always at competitions, it's wonderful to chat to you. You bring such a wonderful energy to the competition and to the platforms. I've only seen you in powerlifting so far, but I can't wait for Saturday. And I just wanted to wish you all the best. To use a powerlifting term, lightweights, white lights, but I'm going to add fast times, balance, and clear heads. How about that?
Thanks, Nick. It's always great to talk to you. I'm very glad you're getting into all the different strength sports and getting it out there. I saw you were busy with the strict arm curl.
Yep.
I'm seeing you with the other powerlifting events. And it's great. The more people get involved, the more viewers you get, the bigger the strength sports in general will get in South Africa. And that's what we're striving towards. So
That's
thanks to you
exactly
as
it.
well.
That's exactly what we're striving for. People, for me, just why I'm so passionate about this is people that don't know about the sport deserve to know about it from a point of view of supporting the athletes in the sport, but also from getting involved, because it's community, it's health, it's strength, it's self-love, self-worth, it's confidence, it's all of these incredible things that we can develop through strength training that'll only enhance our lives. And also then for the athletes, because you guys have put in so much work and effort and energy over the years, almost in the shadows a little bit. And we want to make sure that we can do our small part in helping bring that out to the public, let more people be aware, let more people see what's happening. And we've got high hopes and good expectations for Saturday for the viewership. And, I hope you guys want to step up and be sponsors and support athletes. Hopefully they can find them here, and that's really what we want to do. So yeah, it's something that we love doing.
Thanks for that.
All right. Cool, dude. I'm going to end the podcast, the live stream, and we'll be back in about 20 minutes with Dean. I mean, dude, he agreed to come on the podcast. I mean, he sent me statements to read. I kind of delayed that a little bit. So we'll be back with Dean in about 15, 20 minutes. Jean-Arthur, I have to give you one of these. Yeah, and throw up some hearts, dude, because it's absolutely epic. I think this will be the better one. There, you're going to have some rocking performances. Yeah, I still want to be that 1970s DJ, but thank you so much for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in Durban. Travel safe, and then we'll see you down there. I'm just going to end the stream, and I'll chat to you quickly off air. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool. And we're going to end.